This is what if Dragon Ball took place after Super. Basically, a story of what's going to happen after Dragon Ball Super. This story takes place about a little over 100 years after Super. So, a pretty significant time. Now, we're going to get into it. This is part 1. Beat and Note finally collect the Dragon Balls, and now it's time for them to make a wish. Now, we're going to do a quick background check on these two. Beat is one of Goku's descendants. His parents died, so the Briefs family adopted him. The Brief family being Vegeta's family, Momo's family of that side. They actually stayed in contact, which is surprising. No is his human friend who is very close to him. Even though she's a human, she can keep up with Beat. Beat and the other Briefs know about their Saiyan ancestry. It is passed down generation by generations, the stories of Goku and Vegeta and the other Z fighters. Generation after generation, just they keep passing on the stories. So basically, they're aware of who they are. Like they know their Saiyans. There are a few Saiyans on the planet Earth. Most of them live normal lives though, with untapped potential. So you're not gonna see like any random person on the street going Super Saiyan. Now back to the story. Beat makes an unusual wish. He wishes for the power to see the future. And this wish was granted right after he gets a vision of 7 creatures killing everyone on Earth, and the Earth being consumed by darkness. After his wish was made, Shinran just pauses and transforms into a whole nother dragon. This actually stuns them, this catches them by surprise. Their eyes widen. This dragon laughs menacingly and splits into 7 other dragons made out of shadow that disperse in every direction. Now we're going to cut to Note and Beat returning to Capsule Corp to tell Vegeta Jr., Vegeta's descendant, and Bola, also Vegeta's descendant, what happened. Vegeta Jr. says that on the news it said that monsters were going around killing people. A voice then pops up in their head, telling them about the evil of the Shadow Dragons, and that voice tells them that itself, basically this voice is Dende, the creator of the Dragon Balls. Vegeta Jr., Bola, and Beat heard stories of him from their parents, so they believe him. Like they know who he is or have heard of him, so they're not gonna set it as a lies or whatever. But then they tells them the location to look out and tells them to meet them there. They arrive on the lookout and meet Dende and Popo. After the chit chatting, Dende shows them images of his memories of the past Z fighters. He tells them that it's up to them to save the world. It's Earth's only hope. Well, they are Earth's only hope. Now he showed them images of the Z fighters just so like they could believe him. Like he basically injected his memories into them. If that sound right or made sense. Now, long story short, they decide to help, so their training will shortly begin. I mean, they really want to live up to their ancestors' image or the image that they made of themselves. Now, Beat has to convince Note to help, and Note actually thinks that she's really responsible for this just as much as Beat, since they really collected the Dragon Balls and started this mess to begin with. Then they would tell them why the Shadow Dragons appeared. It's due to using the Dragon Balls too much and negative energy building up inside it. The fighters Note, Beat, Vegeta Jr., and Bola go to pack their bags and head back to the lookout. Vegeta Jr. would tell Panchi, his older sister, Bolas included, her older sister too, to help with this situation. So she goes to the lookout too. But before this, she created drones or used drones she created to spy and collect data on the shadow dragons that have been popping up on the news everywhere. Now they don't tell their parents that they're gonna do this. Like, I mean, for Bulma, like she went and collected all the Dragon Balls at 14. So parents are really irrelevant in this situation. Note beat Vegeta Jr. and Bola would all enter the time chamber with Dende, who would be training them for 3 months. This is because they don't have a lot of food in there to sustain them for like a long time. Popo and Ponchi would stay out. They would just be on the lookout. When they emerge from the time chamber, they are leagues above their past selves. I'm not really going to get into the training they did in the time chamber since it really doesn't matter right now. So, Beat, Vegeta Jr., Bola, and No, they all learn a special move. A signature move. Beat being the Ryuseiken, Saint Seiya inspired. Vegeta Jr. being Galactic Flash, Bola being Galactic Fury, and No being a basic Kamehameha wave. Or Kamehameha wave. I jumbled the words. Now, they also learn how to control their ki better and sense ki. On top of that, they are physically and mentally stronger. These 3 months were hell, especially for No, since she is like a pure human, but she has potential. In fact, I would say she has the most potential out of all of them. But let's note, before this, they could fly and shit. Like, yeah, they could fly. Like, they could create simple ki blasts. So they basically had like a little basic understanding of ki before all of this happened. Now, they were split into two groups, Beat and Note, and Vegeta and Bola, to kill the Shadow Dragons. Ponchi would give them their general abilities she discovered while her drones were spying on them. After they find this out, study the abilities for a little while, they head out. Now keep in mind, this is still the first day of the Shadow Dragons being there. Still the first day. Alright, now this is the end of part 1.